Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm a Ukrainian, and I have decided I will vlog daily from my country Ukraine since the start of this awful war with Russia. And in my daily videos I try to update you on the important real life situations in my country Ukraine, and of course I'm always glad to answer your questions and to clarify some facts from our history, our culture, our background, or whatever interests you. And I would like to start my today's vlog with a great thank you for all of you who have joined my live stream yesterday, for all of your birthday wishes, and for being with me and standing with Ukraine during this really hard and dark times. But at the same time, I feel so much love to all of you. I'm so grateful to my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. And I'm really honored to help those of you with whom we have like dozens of comments, conversations. I really love you and I'm very grateful for that. And today I want to try to answer one question that everybody wants to know. That is, when will this war end? And of course there is no such an answer, but I will try to demonstrate you how my attitudes changed, how the attitudes of Ukrainians changed in general. When it all started on the 24th of February, I did not believe it is happening, because this is totally crazy and absurd what was going on. But then when we realized that Putin's blitzkrieg failed and that we managed to protect Kyiv, and that many Russian soldiers died on the fields of Ukraine, we felt so much excitement, and with the support of the world, with the understanding of how wrong the situation is and how poisonous Putin's regime is, we felt such a relief and a wave of strength and confidence. And we started to believe this war will end really quickly, like in 2 weeks or in a month. Plus, when you watch local media, and we had just like one channel, and the updates were very quickly, and many programs were interrupted by the shellings. People had to hide to escape. Many TV shows were hosted from various shelters or parking lots, underground parking lots. All of that had very special attitude. And starting from Zelensky and finishing with various press secretaries, very often they spoke about like, you have to wait for 1 more week, 2 more weeks, all of that will be a decisive moment is coming, and so on. Of course, it did not work out that way. But this is not lies, and I totally understand it. Being Ukrainian, I don't blame like our people for saying that soon this war will end, because this is an important part of life during war. You have to have confidence, you have to be strong. It's just like when you're going through some difficult times, it's extremely important to give words of support and understanding, and like have a hope that bad things can stop quickly. And we only speak about negative propaganda, Russian propaganda, but there is also positive propaganda. I even know that the word propaganda itself started with something positive, like advertisement of a healthy lifestyle. So something similar really happens during the war. And for example, we don't really know some things because it's difficult to know and live with these things. Just like, I don't know if I'm allowed to compare it, but just like a doctor who's not telling you everything that can happen to you in the process of your curing, because there will be things that are unpleasant or difficult to cope with, and sometimes it's better not to know. I remember an example with my, for example, thesis that I defended, and many people advised me not to go and watch other defenses because this can make me feel nervous. And this is actually true. When you don't have this experience, you don't know what to expect. But all of these are light examples, and when you live during war in a country, you have to try to stay optimistic. You have to try and believe that it will all end very quickly. Of course, as we have like 6 months of war, I have 152nd vlog, if I'm not mistaken, and I did not start at the very beginning of the war, somewhere in March. Of course, we understand that it is not going to end in 2 weeks. And I realized that even if Putin was killed, all Russians became sane people, the troops will start leaving Ukraine this evening. I totally understand it will take months to finish. And it's not that way. They continue attacking Ukraine, they continue spoiling our lives, spreading propaganda all over Europe, trying to terrify people and to blackmail people, to tell them that it will be cold without Russian gas, it will be expensive without our petrol, oil, and so on. So they plan to continue this war, and I understand it will be long. Today, President Zelensky continued that duration of the martial law, and mobilization continues, and it's more than 90 days were added. And I understand that. I don't even feel depressed about that, because you totally understand this war is not going to finish in the next like 3 months or something. And we have learned during this period, half a year already, it's terrifying, we have learned to become realists. And if there is something that I can ask you, please don't get tired with war in Ukraine. Don't get used to that, and don't buy Russian propaganda like gas, oil prices, because you can not sell dignity, human's life, everything that is normal. I cannot accept Putin after all these crimes. Why? Because he will not, I wanted to say it would be a nice pronoun for him. It will not stop in Ukraine. If Ukraine falls, it will continue to other countries. And you know, prices cannot decide human's life, just like Nazi regime and the Jews. And I do hope, I do believe that the world understands this, and no matter what arguments Russia uses, we will not close our eyes on what they are doing. So I understand this is going to be a long war. Even if there will be a break during winter, I actually doubt it will be like that. Maybe there will be some hotter periods, some colder periods, but it will continue. And if there is something that we have learned from this period, that is the fact that Ukraine has to be really strong, has to become a very military state. And I hope that we will have very close cooperation with NATO. Maybe some new military alliances will appear and Ukraine will participate in that. People will learn how to live during the war, and because if we stop right now, if we start negotiating right now, this is all a failure, this is all a surrender. And luckily the Ukrainians are against any pauses in this war, are against any negotiations, because this is our existential question, and we have to finally win and finally lead to the collapse of this post-Soviet authoritarian regimes, like the one in Belarus, like the one in Russia, and many other republics that suffer from these presidents who believe they are presidents for decades. It's totally not normal. So, of course, I'm really grateful when you wish the victory to come. And I honestly believe we will win. Or actually, I know we have already won. On the very first days when we managed to stop Russians, and when we managed to demonstrate the world that Ukraine is strong. Ukrainian people are totally against Russification. Ukrainian people want to be free and independent, and the world heard us. So our task is just to survive this time and to, push this Russian fake infrastructure to fall. And actually, I'm not afraid to say that, to liberate Russians. Those that are brainwashed, those that are afraid, those that are in doubt. And I do hope that one day they will get access to the knowledge about all of these crimes, and they will feel the guilt, because only after they realize this guilt, they will be able to cure themselves. So when you ask me questions, when will this war end? I don't know. I know this is not going to be a quick victory, but I know the victory will come. And I also know that this war did not start on the 24th of February. It did not start in 2014. It started maybe 300 years ago, when Russia decided to be an empire. And now It's very difficult, but we are lucky to witness the end of this empire, the end of darkness, and the end of evil, and the end of orcs. I'm really grateful for those of you who understand that Ukraine needs your support, Ukraine needs patience, and Russia needs punishment. Thank you for watching my vlogs. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons. If you like my videos, do subscribe, because I believe YouTube lacks Ukrainian English-speaking vloggers and we must support each other. So thank you very much, especially to those who are new to my channel and to those who are old to my channel. Slava Ukraini!